Welcome back to the Grand Solar Minimum channel. Today is January 14th, 2020. We hope everyone is having a good morning thus far. Let's go ahead and get right started into some space weather. Our solar wind speed's coming in at 289.4 kilometers per second, which is very low. And our density is very thin as well at 0.4. 0 sunspots to report today. That's 3 days in a row now, 4 in 2020. But I also want to go ahead and lead with this. It looks like we might have a sort of a solar explosion here as we see what is happening at the end of this take. I'll slow it down. There it is right there, folks. That is just past Earth. So CME, not sure. Flare, not sure. Still very new information. It just came in the last few images on this video here on the SDO, and we'll slow it down. There it is once again. Turn it back. So we will watch this, as this could affect our magnetic field and could affect seismic activity as well. And then one more time. So again, wanted to put that to an alert that we have a possible solar eruption, whether magnetic filament release or possible CME. Right now that is too fresh, but we will keep our eyes on this. And I also want to say that this could have something to do with possibilities of seismic or volcanic activity in the coming hours, 24 to 36 hours as well. So we'll be on the alert here, as experts at the Taal volcano in the Philippines are still on high alert right now, and we're expecting another large eruption according to experts in the region. So interesting set of news today. Other than that, we're all quiet on the sun, a KP of 1 and a 24-hour max of 1. So conditions are very favorable for seismic and volcanic activity here in the next several hours. We will continue to monitor this, and let's just go ahead and take a look over at the grandsolarminimum.com. And we don't have any sunspots in the horizon, not on the eastern limb, not on the backside. So it is about to be a very quiet period of time here on the sun. And as we saw several, or I should say a couple of sunspots here to start off the year in 2020, we could go on a pretty extended period of time without sunspots here coming up. All right, let's check out this article here on the Watchers. Extreme cold and heavy snow hit Afghanistan, killing at least 17 people. At least 17 people died on a severe cold snap that swept through Afghanistan on Saturday, January 11th, 2020. Bringing the total number of killed people by cold weather this year is 24. The death toll may further increase as the Natural Disaster Management Authority is still trying to compile the total numbers. Temperatures in parts of the country dropped to 10 degrees Fahrenheit, while heavy snow disrupted normal life and numerous road closures. We had received reports of heavy snowfall that caused casualties, but at the moment we do not have information on exact number, says Temin Nizami, the spokesperson here for the Natural Disaster Management team. One of the areas saw the most snow was western province of Herat, where roofs of 2 houses collapsed due to heavy snow, killing at least 8 people, including women and children, unfortunately. Since the new year, a lot of major roads have been closed due to heavy snowfall, including Salang Tunnel, which connects the central Afghanistan with north of the country, as well as Kabul and Kandahar Highway. And you can see here a collection of videos that is put together here, left for us to look at. You guys do that after the show. According to Mohammed Nassim Muradi, the head of forecasting wing of meteorological department, further cold waves are expected in the following weeks. Although Afghanistan is no stranger to severe weather, this year's cold snap has been particularly harsh, the meteorological department had added. And I put that part in there as well. I wanted to include that stat for the fact that a lot of folks here are talking about how mild it is in the United States and in the UK and European nations, but we're forgetting about places like this that are seeing some pretty rough cold weather and severe winter weather as well. We've covered snow in Egypt, we've covered snow in Turkey, we've covered snow in Lebanon, we've covered snow in Syria, and now talking about here in Afghanistan. Also on top of that, talking about how we've had quite a few people actually have been killed because of the cold weather. So more than not, we see more cold deaths around the world than we do people dying of heat stroke. And the last time I saw the numbers, it was almost 3-1 on that. So we'll continue to monitor if we have anything going on. And let's take a look at our radar for our European friends, folks out there in the UK. Obviously, this has been expired. I do apologize for the delay, folks. Alrighty, here we go. So let's take a look. Last night we saw some interesting weather. Now, guess what? More rain. That's right. In fact, let's go ahead and take a look at the forecast here for you folks out there. Snow in northern parts of Scotland and central parts as well. Also near Belfast, but mainly rain if you live in the United Kingdom or Ireland. And let's take a look and see what this forecast says. Blustery showers in the northwest Scotland with further gales. Elsewhere, sunny skies soon giving way to another batch of wet and very windy weather, especially across England and Wales. Mild here as well, cold in the north. Tonight, blustery showers and strong winds continue in the northwest Scotland and parts of Northern Ireland. Winds easing elsewhere with heavy rain becoming confined to southeast England. And then on Wednesday, rain clearing the southeast through the morning with sunny spells to follow. Some showers in the west, these heaviest and most frequent across western Scotland again. Elsewhere will be largely dry. So rain today, rain tonight, some rain tomorrow, and then possibly drying out a little bit tomorrow, but not for long. All right, let's take a look and see if we have any flood alerts today to be updated on. And we do. So there we go. So we've jumped it up a little bit. 10 flood warnings, 96 flood alerts, and 13 warnings no longer in effect, but that is definitely a jump and increase on flooding across the UK. So we'll keep our eyes on that as well. And let's take a look at the US side of the radar, folks. And of course, we'll have to refresh this like always. I want to find me a radar map that doesn't expire like this. This takes like 10 minutes at tops, at best. And I don't know if we're going to get the radar today, folks. So I do apologize. It looks like we are having some issues with our current radar. I can tell you this, we are experiencing some rain showers right now across the south. And it looks like wow, doing really well tonight, folks. Well, while we're waiting for tropical tidbits to load up, let's take a look at the rest of our weather right now. Take a look at our wind chill factors, and there you go. Cold across the northern plains and off the northwest as well. Negative 38 in parts of North Dakota. That's the western side of things. Pretty chilly in the northeast. Pretty fair for this time of year in the Ohio Valley. The south and the southeast, not so much. Take a look at this freeze line real quick. And there we have cold temperatures everywhere but the south. Here's a look at what we could expect for high temperatures today across the region. And it looks like, again, the south, 60s and 70s, once again for you guys. But question is, when are we going to start seeing some of this winter weather? And that is coming up very shortly, folks, within the actual next couple of days, actually, when we get into Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday here in the Northeast will be the last of it for us. And the low temperatures, you see that cold starting to push that warmer air down. Here's a look at what NOAA is thinking for today and across the country. Again, showers and thunderstorms across the south. Heavy rains could lead to flooding in parts of Mississippi and Alabama. Again, frozen precip possible flying around in the northeast with some snow. And then across the northern plains in the northwest, we will see more snow coverage as well as we head into the day. Alrighty. And taking a look at what we could see tomorrow, which is a mess. Starting Wednesday, during the day, freezing rain is possible in the northeast. Showers and storms again across the south. The northwest also looking at lots of snow and snow across the northern plains near the Great Lakes. And then Thursday is when we could see some more weather kind of get going here. Yeah, So the center of the country, looking at that, you're looking at the next system that is making its way towards the northeast. This storm system will continue to develop as it treks across. But look at that, snow in the northeast, heavy snow in the mountains in California and Northern California as well. And then frozen rain across Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, parts of Texas, Missouri, and Iowa. And then snow and freezing rain finishing off the day in western New York, all the way through Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine as well. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our GFS outlook as we finally got that up and working. But rain in the south, as you guys can see here at the bottom of the screen, that is current. That will continue to run through the day to day as we go into tomorrow. More rain hanging around again, once again for the south. And it just seems like this pattern of over and over again. Meanwhile, the northwest is getting pounded with snow and rain, and the northeast will see some light snow showers that could amount to somewhere around 2 to 4 inches for most of New York. You get into Vermont, New Hampshire, it's possible we could see an isolated 5 to 8 inches, but they're not expecting this one to be a big one. But moving into January 17th, that's when some of that colder air is going to be reinforced across much of the country. That low pressure system moving towards the Ohio Valley, that is our next snow system. And that'll also invade the northeast. That could bring some very heavy snow to upstate New York and northern parts of Vermont and New Hampshire. And on the coastal side of Maine, they could also see some snow. So when this is all said and done, a possibility of 6 to 10 inches. I know that's pretty vague, but the storm is still pretty far out. And we've got some time to continue to watch this. But cold air remains in place across much of the United States into Tuesday of next week. Lots of heavy snow expected in parts of central Texas. Yeah, that's right, central Texas. And that system moves southward. You would think something like this would continue to move towards the east and northeast, but this system is just dropping to the south all the way through the Gulf of Mexico and then regains its life a little bit and kind of carries more moisture into the south by the 25th of January. Now, last night we were looking at this and I said this has the features of a nor'easter. And today, we are looking at the possibility of this turning into a full-blown nor'easter by the end of the month, January 26th. In fact, when I looked at the snow totals for the U.S. after this storm, some areas in upstate New York and northern parts of northeast, we're looking at a total of around 20-plus inches of snow after this storm. So that's not saying we're going to get all this at once on top of the storm that we're going to get this coming weekend, and then next weekend, we'll have another big one to expect, possibly another foot with that as well. 6 to 10 this weekend for most of us in the northeast, I do believe. And then the one following towards the end of the month could be even bigger than that. That would technically be our first nor'easter of 2020. And then just some light snow developing across the country. Again, more moisture moving to the south in the Gulf there, which is, I haven't seen much of that, but we are in a crazy jet stream right now. As conditions continue to get weirder, cold air will sink in across all of the United States by the end of this month. So by the time we get to February, we could be freezing in almost every state here in the lower 48. All right, that's going to do it for me today, guys. I hope everyone has a great day. We will see you back here tomorrow morning with another update and a live show at 9 p.m. for a full report on the Grand Solar Minimum channel. If any news is breaking, we will come in and definitely broadcast and report. Until then, guys, we will talk soon. Have a great day.
Do you like this show? Give us a thumbs up. Want to support us more? Share to your favorite social media platform. Buy a t-shirt or become a Patreon. All links are in the description below.